Hi, my people. We've got a predicted it to review. Matthew Perry's cause of death has been revealed, and I predicted it to a T. All right. So let's get into it. I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. I am available for personal readings, so if you would like a personal reading, do not hesitate to contact me. You can text me at 703-791-9162. I am available for international clients as well. I have WhatsApp. You can also visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, and that's the best place to book with me. This is my website, so once you've reached this page, you know you're on the right page. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who purchase readings from me. You can also follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook, where I post as well. If you would like your own reading, go to the store section of my website. This is where you would go to view all the rates, services, products, and things I offer. I do offer email readings, phone readings, including 15-minute readings, 30-minute readings, hour-long readings. Some people aren't comfortable with the phone for whatever reason, so I do offer video recorded readings as well and email readings. I do birth chart readings, which are recorded as well. I do also offer candles, cleansing candles, protection candles, success and finances candles, which we currently are in Mercury retrograde, so I definitely would recommend at least a protection candle. I do also offer mediumship readings where I just channel spirit directly without cards. I do offer past life readings where I talk about your past lives. I do offer compatibility birth chart readings, custom candles, dream interpretation readings, spiritual development classes, astrology classes, and so much more. So if you'd be interested in any of those things, then definitely check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. So Matthew Perry's cause of death has been revealed. It's been revealed that he had ketamine in his system, kind of a large dose of ketamine in his system prior to his passing, which is interesting because a month ago, at the time, when he passed sometime in October. They were saying that there were no drugs in his system, or he was drug free. So it's interesting that the cause of death comes out as something dealing with ketamine. There's also something where drowning was a contributing factor as well to his death. Of course, obviously he was found in the pool. He was found face down, which I predicted as well. So there's a lot of predicteds that we're gonna talk about here. The first thing I want to do is read the article. Sorry. So, this is the article from yahoo.com, Yahoo Entertainment. It says, ketamine expert claims Matthew Perry did himself in prior to death. So, I'm actually going to refresh this because the video, I want you guys to see the video as well. So, we're going to kind of go through the video together. If we can move past this ad real quick. All right. So the video explains very in depth. So we're just going to kind of watch the video together. It says here, Matthew Perry had similar amounts of ketamine in his system as a patient under general anesthetic when he died, his autopsy revealed. So Matthew Perry had ketamine in his system that would match someone who was under anesthesia when he died, which means he most likely had done the ketamine recently. So he was not completely drug free when he passed away. It says the 54-year-old actor was found dead in his hot tub on October 28th, and on Friday, 12/15/2023, December 15, 2023, 3 days ago, his passing was ruled as an accident and found to be caused by the acute effects of the drug, with contributing factors cited as drowning, coronary artery disease, which is heart issues. I mentioned that in my reading we're about to watch, and the effects of buprenorphine, a drug used to treat opioid addiction. So he had a cocktail of things going on with him, and I mentioned that in my reading as well we're about to watch. It says here the medical examiner noted the former Friends star had been receiving ketamine infusion therapy as a depression treatment, but the last session was a week and a half before his death, and the substance only stays in the system for 3 to 4 hours. That's a very short time. 3 to 4 hours. All right. Let's pause once again. The toxicology report found 3,540 milliliters of ketamine were found in his peripheral blood source, and 3,271 milliliters were in his central blood source. That's a lot. But in monitored surgical anesthesiologic care, general levels are within the 1,000 to 6,000 milliliter ranges. So he once again he was in the range of someone that was actually getting anesthesia. So he basically gave himself anesthesia by taking so much ketamine, it seems like, which caused him to maybe, black out or. It says here at the high levels of ketamine found in his post-mortem blood specimens, the main lethal effects would be from both cardiovascular overstimulation and respiratory depression. I mentioned that in my reading we're about to watch. It says here drowning contributes due to the likelihood of submersion into the pool as he lapsed into unconsciousness. Coronary artery disease contributes due to exacerbation of ketamine-induced myocardial effects on the heart. I mentioned that to a T. I mean, you're gonna see in the reading that I do. I want to show you all a little bit. Um, so we're probably gonna watch maybe like 10-20 minutes of the reading because I do say a lot. But I do, I mentioned that in the reading, I say his cause of death as I saw it. And you're going to see that the reading I did that we're going to watch, I did the day after he passed. I did it on October 29th. So the reading we're about to watch, I did a month ago. And in that reading, I said the way I saw it in terms of my psychic abilities, his cause of death to me was. What did I say? I think I said something like there was a cocktail of substances or drugs he was taking that caused issues with his heart and then caused a blackout and caused him to drown, which is exactly what happened to him. All right. So we're going to watch my reading here after this video. And then after we watch the reading I do, we're going to come back to this article and actually read the article all the way through. It's not that long of an article. It's like a 3-minute read. All right. But I want you guys to get like I like that this they have this video because it kind of gets all the major points. I want you all to see the major points before we get to my reading, so you can see how much I actually predicted in my reading I did a month ago. It says buprenorphine effects are listed as contributory, even though not at toxic levels, due to the additive respiratory effects when present with high levels of ketamine. So it was a cocktail. Once again, ketamine mixed with the buprenorphine, added to his death. Once again, it was a cocktail that caused him to pass. Cocktail of substances. It says the expert log that the 17 again actor had a history of emphysema, diabetes, and drug use. Ooh, wow. But he was reportedly clean for 19 months, and having been a heavy tobacco user for many years, they found he was currently not smoking at the time of his death. I didn't mention anything about smoking in my reading, so that never came up. And for good reason, I guess. I didn't see that as a contributing factor to his passing. And the examiner noted Matthew was suffering from chronic And the examiner noted Matthew was suffering from chronic hepatic congestion. Hepatic congestion in the liver, a precursor to cirrhosis, had nephrosclerosis. So he almost, how do I say this? He was on his way to getting cirrhosis. It sounds like. So he also had issues with the kidneys, a hardening of the tissues caused by long-term drug use and long-standing high blood pressure issues, which is the heart, and chronic pancreatic fibrosis, as well as damage to the heart and lungs. Wow, he was dealing with a lot. Poor man. Ooh, in the name of Jesus. All right, that was a lot, y'all. Let's go ahead now, and we'll come back to the article um at the end of the video. But I want to go ahead and show you all. That's not what I want to show you all. I want to show you all this reading I did on Matthew Perry a month ago, where I predicted everything that was in that video we just watched. I predicted in this video I did on Matthew Perry. So this Matthew Perry reading we're about to watch, I put out a month ago, 13,000 views. I here to go. Once again, the main focus, because this was right after he passed, so we didn't know what was the cause of his passing, right? And it's interesting because they were saying that he was drug free at the time, but now we know that that's not the case. So the whole basis of this reading was to figure out what actually happened to Matthew Perry, like what was the cause of his passing. I want you all to notice that this was uploaded on October 29th, 2023. Once again, the article of the video we just read came out on Monday, which is today. As you can see right here, it's Monday, December 18th, 4:06 p.m. This article came out on Monday, December 18th, 2023 at 11:30 a.m. So this article only came out a few hours ago. All right. So I just want you all to know that, to see once again, I predicted it. All right. So we're going to watch this together, and once again we're probably going to watch 7 to 20, so maybe about like 15-20 minutes at the most of this video, but it's all predicted, it's all the way through. All right, so let's just watch and enjoy together and see what I predict. All right, go in within himself, to go inside himself. Not always the healthiest thing, because I feel like it could also cause him to shut down at times. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, and his way of coping was, I hear, to go in within himself, to go inside himself. Not always the healthiest thing, because I feel like it could also cause him to shut down at times. So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, he had this happy-go-lucky side where it's like, he's struggling with something, but he seems to be doing well. He seems to be coping well with life, and then suddenly you don't hear from him for like 3 weeks or 3 months, because he's going through something. He's going within himself, and it's like, have you heard from Matthew? Like, I haven't heard from him in like 3 weeks, 3 months. Has anyone heard from him? It's like kind of that energy. So I kind of feel like he may have been in one of those moments at the time of his passing where he was in himself, and I feel like he kind of liked to keep to himself. He kind of liked to stay in his own world, and I get the energy where it's like he may have been very open in terms of his home, like mi casa, su casa. I see a woman. I feel like this woman could be like Latina, ethnic looking, lighter skinned. And I feel like she's like dressed up. It's almost like, looks like she's dressed up to go to like an event or the club. Like her heels are click clacking, and I feel like first thing, let me just say, is I see Matthew Perry in the jacuzzi, which is where he was found dead. He was found dead, drowned in the jacuzzi. I also want to bring up the fact that I got the layout of his house correct as well. This is the layout of his house. Matthew Perry was found here. I mentioned something about cobblestone, so we're going to come back to this as well, but I actually got the layout of his house correct as well. Let's go back to the video. Some interesting things, though. Apparently, they said there were no drugs or anything found nearby. We'll see if spirit shows me if that's true or not. But I'm seeing this woman, and like it's like she's like, it's almost like she's making her last round. So I don't know if this woman is the assistant. Was the assistant a woman? Can someone let me know in the comment section below? It's like I said, I know most details, but some details I don't like to go into my readings knowing everything, but I like to know pretty much just as much as I need to know to get a good read, right? So I just know as much as I need to know. But it almost like comes across as like, is this woman the assistant, or is she like a girlfriend? Like, what's going on here? Because like it's almost like I see people around the assistant. I see like a guy over here, like the way he's dressed is kind of like, I mean, I'll say it this way: if we're talking in terms of Latina, if this woman is a Latina or ethnic, it's like the people she's around. It's giving very like chola cholo vibes, right? Um, but then that's in contrast to Matthew Perry, where it's like seemingly normal white guy, apparently, like wealthy, and it's like, how did you two meet? Like, how did you and this person meet? Like, how did you even get to come together? But I see this woman making her rounds. I see it in her in the backyard, and it's almost like she's looking over at Matthew. So it's like I'm not sure how his house looks, but it's like there's like some cobblestone. She's walking on the cobblestone. She's like going this way. Matthew is like somewhere over here. She's like, all right, let's go back to that picture real quick. Once again, that's a predicted it too. All right, the way I'm describing the layout of his home, the way maybe the assistant may have been going. So I believe Matthew Perry may have been found here, maybe, or somewhere here. Like, I'm not sure. This is the pool, obviously, where he would have been found past. And then this is the cobblestone I see, although I'm not sure if this is cobblestone. Cobblestone, I believe, can show up differently sometimes. Let's see. Cobblestone is a natural building material based on cobble-sized stones and is used for pavement, roads, streets, and buildings. Cobblestones on a road surface in Imola, Italy. But it shows up differently. Sometimes it can show up a bit smoother, right? Like this is cobblestone. Um, so this is what I initially saw as cobblestone, although I'm not completely sure that's cobblestone. Doesn't matter. The details are still accurate, right? Even of the layout of his house. So I even got the layout of his house correct for the most part. Let's get back to the reading. Like looking at Matthew as she's walking, it's almost like just making sure he's okay, you good, like, we're about to go out kind of thing. And Matthew seems like the energy comes across as like that kind of person where it's like, yeah, y'all go out, have your fun. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna have my drinks, stay here, stay home. Part of that is fame. His relationship with fame, especially with friends being still so prevalent today. Um, but I see him in the jacuzzi. I'm almost like wondering if he was reading a book or watching something or like on YouTube. I feel like I see a drink nearby, like it looks like a beer. So I'm not sure like if the validity of there were no drinks, there was no alcohol is true. Because once again, the assistant walks out, and then that's another thing in the news stories. They're saying that the assistant went to go run an errand for 2 hours and then came back and he was found dead, drowned. Okay. 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 Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm trying not to cry in this reading. Let me take a little drinky drink right here. Not apropos, all right, to the situation here. Um, a couple things going on here. What I'm seeing, I'm getting low key emotional. I'm trying to pull it back for some reason. Okay, so I see him. I feel like he's in the jacuzzi. I feel like he's just. I feel like once again Matthew was someone. It's like, yeah, y'all go have fun. I'm in my own world. Like, I feel like he's just in his own world. But there's an energy of starting to feel weird. Like I feel weird. And a jacuzzi's hot, right? Typically. How hot is it depends, but then it's almost like the beer was meant to cool him off kind of thing. Like I'm in the jacuzzi, I'll have a cold beer kind of thing. It's like maybe that's his mentality. And I see it like a lime too. So he's someone that like the lime in the beer kind of thing. Um but it's like I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling what he was feeling literally right prior to his passing. Like I'm feeling weird in the jacuzzi. I have my beer. It's supposed to like kind of cool me down, and I almost feel like a surge through my body, like electricity, like almost like being hit by a bolt of lightning. I don't know if this may have been how it literally felt for him in the moment of his passing, like being literally hit by a bolt of lightning. Like I feel this electrical surge going through me, and maybe I felt this before. Like maybe he's felt this before, Matthew, and it's like he like immediately gets up. Like I feel weird. Like let me get up and like see what's going on with my body, kind of thing. And as soon as he gets up, it's like his face goes like, and then he like drops. Very weird, very like morbid. But why I got emotional was because I hear Spirit saying if he had just in that moment, in between those seconds, if he had just stepped outside of the jacuzzi, he might have been saved. He might have been okay. But because he stood up in the jacuzzi, he immediately dropped in the jacuzzi unconscious. So you're in the water, and within a couple minutes, of course, you're drowned, right? I don't know. I feel some electrical surge. Definitely something going on with like the heart. Like I'm wondering, was it a heart attack? Did his heart stop? Um, Predicted it. Let's go back real quick. Remember, the article mentioned something about the heart, right? Let's go back to the article real quick. I'm gonna have to restart or I'm gonna have to refresh. And we gotta wait for the ad to move. Um, Factors cited as drowning, coronary artery disease, and the effects of buforine. Drowning contributes to the likelihood of submersion in the pool as he lapsed into unconsciousness. Coronary artery disease contributes to the exacerbation of ketamine-induced myocardial effects on the heart. So once again, there were issues with his heart. And he had already had damage to his heart and lungs, it says here. All right. Coronary artery disease is the heart, once again. So I was right on about that. Predicted it. Right? Trying to find the part where it says the heart, though. Yep. And respiratory depression, cardiovascular overstimulation, and respiratory depression, which is the heart, once again. All right. And ketamine induced myocardial effects on the heart. So there's something with his heart for sure. So I got to predict it on that. Let's go back to the video. Immediately gets up. Like I feel weird. Like, let me get up and like see what's going on with my body, kind of thing. And as soon as he gets up, it's like his face goes like, and then he like drops. Very weird. Very like morbid. But why I got emotional was because I hear Spirit saying if he had just in that moment, in between those seconds, if he had just stepped outside of the jacuzzi, he might have been saved. He might have been okay. But because he stood up in the jacuzzi, he immediately dropped in the jacuzzi unconscious. So you're in the water, and within a couple minutes, of course, you're drowned, right? Predicted it. Let's go back. you, and it's like he like immediately gets up. Like I feel weird, like, let me get up and like see what's going on with my body kind of thing. And as soon as he gets up, it's like his face goes like, and then he like drops. Very weird, very like morbid. But why I got emotional was because I hear Spirit saying if he had just in that moment, in between those seconds, if he had just stepped outside of the jacuzzi, he might have been saved. He might have been okay. Yeah, he might have been saved, but the thing is for how long though? Sad. All right, let's go back. I'm gonna pause every now and then. I record actually recorded this previously on StreamYard, but it wouldn't play the audio when I showed the video, my reading. So now I'm doing it via this software. So I'm gonna have to keep going back and forth, turning my mic off and turning it back on. But just work with me, you all. Once again, it's about the predicted. It's about me showing you all how detailed and completely accurate I am. All right, let's go back to the video. But because he stood up in the jacuzzi, he immediately dropped in the jacuzzi unconscious. So you're in the water, and within a couple minutes, of course, you're drowned, right? I don't know. I feel some electrical surge. Definitely something going on with like the heart. Like I'm wondering, was it a heart attack? Did his heart stop? Um, and then I keep saying this drink once again, and I hear the word spike or spiked, spiked, spiked. So I'm not sure if the drink is called spiked, because I know some drinks are like. I feel like there is a drink called spiked though, like spiked something, like spiked Sunny D, spiked like Mike's Hard Liquor. Like I don't know if they're spiked in the name or if the drink itself was spiked. Now the interesting thing is I'm also wondering, did he himself, Matthew, like to spike allegedly his own drinks with something? Or maybe a better way of saying it, did he like to maybe enhance his own drinks with something? And is this girl I'm seeing, who may or may not be their sister, may or may not be a friend or girlfriend, I'm not sure, is this woman I'm seeing, this girl I'm seeing, and she looks like she's at least between the ages of like maybe 20 to like 30, like kind of young, you know? Maybe if she's 40, I'd be surprised. Like she looks great for her age, for all intents and purposes, right? In terms of what I'm seeing in my psychic mind, right? Um, I'm wondering, is this woman connected to this drink, this spiked drink? I say that because, like I was saying earlier, I see the woman on the cobblestone. It's like she's walking this way. Matthew's over here. She's walking towards a gate, like to leave the compound or leave the home. But she's looking at Matthew, like with the energy of, like, you good? You all right? Like, we're about to leave, kind of thing. Almost like checking on him, like watching him, like making sure he's okay. Like, I think it's possible the woman knew he liked to spike his drinks. Or there's something about a spiked drink, I'll say allegedly, for YouTube entertainment purposes. Because YouTube, I don't want to get demonetized. Y'all know YouTube does not play in these streets, child. Right? Um, I'm wondering if this is the case, if there is a spiked drink. I'm wondering, number one, if Matthew knew about it and that this is something he participated in. Everyone has their own vices, right? And does their own different types of things. But number two, I'm wondering, is the assistant or this woman I'm seeing, all right, the supplier? And as I say that, I hear the word negligence. Negligence. So I think, oh man, I think this all comes down to negligence. The assistant left for 2 hours. Maybe shouldn't have left for 2 hours, knowing that Matthew likes to drink this specific spiked, maybe material or this specific drink. Or it's also possible he may like have done something earlier that day. Because I don't know why I see him like waking up. I feel like this is the morning he passed. Like I feel like he wakes up, the room is dark. So I feel like maybe he's someone that likes to sleep when the like with the room pitch black, which I don't blame him, right? Um it's the best sleep. But I feel like he wakes up like feeling kind of rough. It's like, like maybe you didn't get the best night's sleep, or it's like maybe you had a hangover and it's not fully like gone out the system. So I'm wondering, did he wake up with something still in his system that day? That might be a predicted it too. Because remember, the article was saying he had taken buprophone or something like that, and he had also taken ketamine. So it's that might be a predicted. He may have taken something earlier that day that maybe mixed with the ketamine and like caused this passing. So that's a predicted it right there. Lots of predicted it's if y'all pay attention to everything I'm saying. I also get something with the stomach. Was there stomach issues? I hear mix of cocktail, mix of a cocktail, whether this means like literally a cocktail, or like a cocktail of substances of some sort. That's a predicted it. Spirit told me something about a cocktail. It's come out today that it was a cocktail of different substances, different drugs, two in particular, the ketamine and the buprophorine or something like whatever it's called, that aided in his passing. So that's a predicted as well. I also get something with the stomach. Was there stomach issues? Mix of cocktail, mix of a cocktail, whether this means like literally a cocktail, or like a cocktail of substances of some sort. I feel like the assistant, like I see the assistant panicking. I feel like I'm wondering, was there more than one person? I don't know, because I see people with the assistant, but it's possible the assistant maybe came back by themselves and found Matthew. But I feel like it's like, oh my God, get him out of the water, first of all. Because I feel like he was in a weird position when he was initially found by the assistant. Like almost like maybe literally face down in the water, like, oh my God, clearly this man is like not here. Otherwise, he'd like, I don't know. I'm just seeing something. Also, Anzu? Okay. Sorry, my cat. I want to go to the article. Note that I said he was found face down. Once again, I want to go to the article, and I want once again this article came out on December 18th. Um, no, I did read the article already. I'm gonna read it with you all though. But I want you guys to see this predicted it right here. It says here down here in October, police responded to a 911 call to assist with a possible water rescue at Matthew Perry's Pacific Palisades home. When they arrived, they found the 54-year-old actor in the heated section of his pool, face down, unresponsive. So I even predicted the position he was found in. I said in the reading he was face down, and I predicted it. I was correct. He was found indeed face down. That's a predicted it. Let's go back. Fonzie. Because I feel like he was in a weird position when he was initially found by the assistant. Like almost like maybe literally face down in the water. Like, oh my God, clearly this man is like not here. Otherwise, he'd like, I don't know. I'm just seeing something. Also, I'm seeing like red trunks. So I'm wondering if he was wearing red or blue trunks at the time or shorts. Um, I feel I'm gonna say allegedly, but I feel like some things were moved prior to the police coming to the scene of I hear the crime to the scene of the crime. That's what I hear. Um, I'm not sure if initially it was meant to be a crime or if it was if they expected him, someone expected him to pass. It's almost like I keep hearing negligence. And Matthew's someone that I get the energy where he kind of like to go do his own thing. It's like, okay, it's been fun. I'm glad we have this time. I'm going to go maybe, have another drink and I'm going to go upstairs to bed. Y'all can keep partying though. Or I've had a good time. I'm going to go out in the jacuzzi. And it's like sometimes he would go by himself. Sometimes maybe, he brought someone with him, a girl, or, I don't know what it is, right? But most of the time he kind of trailed off on his own. The interesting thing is that I think if it wasn't this, it would have been something else where he went off, trailed on his own, and it's like there was a mishap. It's like negligence. Negligence is what I hear. I think this comes down to, maybe in a weird way, maybe not in a weird way. I think this comes down to negligence. Someone knew how he liked to get down in terms of his partying or how he liked to enjoy himself, but no one was watching him. Maybe because it was the norm. Oh, he always does this. It's normal. But I don't know. There's something with the heart as well. I feel like there was like a mixture of cocktails in his system that maybe caused like some sort of heart attack, heart murmur, like blackout, unconscious, and then of course he drowned. And that right there is the perfect sum up of this entire predicted it. Everything I just said right there, a couple seconds ago, is exactly how he passed. That's exactly how he passed away. He took a cocktail of drugs, he took a cocktail of substances. There's something happened with his heart. There was already issues with his heart. He blacked out, he went unconscious for whatever reason and drowned. That's exactly what happened to him, and that is a predicted it. That is an accurate prediction. Okay? Let's go back and listen to that one more time. His partying or how he liked to enjoy himself, but no one was watching him. Maybe because it was the norm. Oh, he always does this. It's normal. But I don't know. There's something with the heart as well. I feel like there was like a mixture of cocktails in his system that maybe caused like some sort of heart attack, heart murmur, like blackout, unconscious, and then of course he drowned. And there you have it, folks. Let's listen to that one more time because I want the people in the back to hear how accurate I am. And after we listen to this, I'm going to go back to the article and we're going to read the article and we're going to see everything that I just said in this reading came true. Let's listen to that last part one more time where I explain in detail how he passed accurately. enjoy himself, but no one was watching him. Maybe because it was the norm. Oh, he always does this. It's normal. But I don't know. There's something with the heart as well. I feel like there was like a mixture of cocktails in his system that maybe caused like some sort of heart attack, heart murmur, like blackout, unconscious, and then of course he drowned. And there you have it, folks. I predicted Matthew Perry's cause of death 1 month ago. To the T. Now let's read the article together and see. Now that you've watched my reading, let's read the article together to sum up once again my reading and what happened, and how once again accurate and detailed I was. So let's go back to the article. We just watched the video the first time, but now we're going to read through the article. It's a 3-minute read. It's not that long. Once again, this was uploaded today on December 18th, 2023. It says ketamine experts claim Matthew Perry did himself in prior to death. A ketamine specialist is weighing in on Matthew Perry's cause of death, claiming the actor did himself in. Matthew Perry had a large amount of the drug ketamine in his system at the time of death, the same amount that would be used in general anesthesia. Toxicology testing found that the ketamine levels in Perry's system were at 3,540 milliliters. For context, the report obtained by the blast reads, in monitored surgical anesthesiology care, levels of general anesthesia are typically in the 1,000 to 6,000 milliliter range. So he was in that range. And he wasn't, in a surgical setting. He was at home, which is, says a lot. In other words, the article says he had a large amount of the drug ketamine in his system, enough to render him unconscious. Predicted it. Doctors weigh in on Matthew Perry's death. Look, this is Matthew Perry. He did have a wonderful smile and beautiful blue eyes. I will say that about him. What a lovely soul lost, right? Dr. Philip Wolfson, author of the ketamine paper Science, Therapy, and Transformation. Here, let me turn this on silent, because Jesus. Dr. Philip Wolfson, author of the ketamine paper Science, Therapy, and Transformation, claims Perry took a large amount of ketamine before he got into the hot tub. So I did mention in the reading, I mentioned he took something earlier that day. Predicted it. He took a large amount of ketamine earlier that day before he got into the hot tub. Predicted it. He really did himself in, says the doctor. He must have taken a large amount. You don't do this and go swimming or go into any pool of any sort, Wolfson told the Post. Although Matthew Perry was utilizing ketamine therapy, his last known treatment was 1 week before his death, meaning the ketamine found in his system could not have been from therapy, as the drug's half-life is only 3 to 4 hours. So he was taking ketamine at home, y'all. The drug is approved for use at high doses as an anesthetic in the operating room. Even though ketamine has been FDA approved and legalized for use as a general aesthetic since the 1970s, it can be abused as a recreational drug. Angelique Campen, an emergency room doctor at Providence St. Joseph Medical Center, also spoke out, telling CBS News that ketamine can be dangerous when taken recreationally. What I foresee happen with him is, says Angelique, what it does is it puts you in a kind of trance state. So he probably was in the hot tub in a trance state, slipped under the water and drowned. She told the outlet, predicted it. It's exactly what I predicted in the reading we just watched, that I did a month ago. So the ketamine in and of itself doesn't stop your breathing, but it can keep you from waking up if you're submerged. Lower dosage of ketamine is not FDA approved, and those injections are used off-label to treat depression, pain, and other mental health substance use disorders. Many celebrities, including Elon Musk, Sharon Osbourne, and Lamarr Odom, have used ketamine therapy to help with mental health and struggles with addiction. In October, police responded to a 911 call to assist with a possible water rescue at Matthew Perry's Pacific Palisades home. When they arrived, they found the 54-year-old actor in the heated section of his pool, face down, unresponsive. Predicted that. Prescription antidepressants and prescription anti-anxiety medications were found in Matthew Perry's home, but no loose pills or prescriptions were found in the pool area per the autopsy report obtained by the blast. The cause of death for 54-year-old actor Matthew Langford Perry as the acute effects of ketamine. Contributing factors in Mr. Perry's death include drowning, predicted both of those things, coronary artery disease, which is the heart issues, predicted that as well, and the effects of buprenorphine used to treat opioid use disorder, the documents obtained by the blast state. So his cause of death was the use of ketamine, the acute effects of ketamine, and the effects of buprenorphine, a mix of two cocktails, predicted that, and a contributing factor of drowning, predicted that as well, and coronary artery disease, which is some sort of heart disease, I predicted that as well too. It says the manner of death was ruled as an accident. Now, I did mention that this all comes down to negligence. We could say that's a predicted it too, right? Y'all, don't let anyone ever tell you that I'm not one of the best psychics on YouTube. Don't let anyone ever tell you that I'm not accurate, because who's going to say that, really? Please check out the accurate predictions reading on my YouTube channel, where I have a slew of other accurate predictions, like this video where I show you the exact predictions with receipts, all right? So if you guys want an accurate predictive reading from me, all right, or just in general, contact me for a reading at 703-791-9162. I am available for international clients as well. Or visit my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Once again, I am available for readings, and I would love to read for you all. So contact me right now, today, when you're watching this video. My books are clear, which means first come, first serve. If you show up and, make your payment, you will be first in line to get your reading. All right. So don't hesitate. If you want an accurate reading, get it from me today. As you can see, I am extremely accurate to the details, down to the details. Everything in this Matthew Perry situation, I predicted. I accurately predicted his cause of death to the T. Now, that proves that I'm an accurate psychic, one of the best psychics probably in the world, to be honest. But this is still a sad situation. So we do send Matthew Perry love and light, healing. We ask that his soul reach the light in love and light, with love and light. And those affected by his passing, we wish them peace, healing, love and light, and understanding to some degree as well as Matthew Perry as well. Hopefully his soul gets some understanding too. In the name of Jesus, amen. Thank you all for listening and watching. I'm Lamarr Townsend, one of the best psychics on YouTube. I will see you in your own personal reading. I'll see you in the next video. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light. God bless. And once again, we send love and light to Matthew Perry and those loved ones that are affected by his loss. Bye, y'all. Psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time. That's me. That's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time. That's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong. That's me. That's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong. That's me. That's me.